Senator Oji Uzo and some other Nigerians who has been jubilating and then trying to showcase people that were killed in the Southeast. I understand Senator Oji Uzo predicaments on the fact that he has an EFCC chain on his neck, but at least everything has a limit. I want to ask Nigerians, I want to first of all congratulate those of you who have stood your ground who have stood for the truth, irrespective of harassment, and then those of you who are trolling Nnamdi Kanu, and I mean celebrating the conviction. Is it that so many of you have not heard about somebody that has come out in this country to take responsibility for the killings in the Southeast? Somebody like Asari Dokubo, who has come out severally to tell us that he was contracted by the federal government to guide Southeast. Why have our politicians kept quiet over this allegation by Asari Dokubo? It's not even an allegation, it's what happened. Now, fast forward, all the broadcast of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu throughout the period when he was broadcasting, there was this senseless killing in the Southeast was not there. There were no killing in the Southeast when he was broadcasting. And before the former president moved the military to the Southeast was relatively peaceful. Just that people were sitting at home protesting the abduction of Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. And then after moving the military, the moment the military got their foot in the Southeast was under siege by the military that said they came. Everybody knows. It's a well-known fact in this country. Why is everybody keeping quiet to the activities of the militaries in the Southeast? Why is everyone not talking about the siege by the militaries in the Southeast? The militaries went to the Southeast and turned Southeast into set up their checkpoints and turn it into a business center. It is a well-known fact. The Southerners scream, even till today, we have well over 300 military checkpoints. They are still there, not doing anything but collecting money, intimidating our citizens. Is it that Senator Oji Uzo did not know this fact? Can he for once present something in defense of his people? Senator, please help me ask Senator Oji Uzo, are you aware that the military still today are still extorting money from our people, though the harassments have stopped? But fast forward to when they came, they set up business centers, harassment, which is a well-known fact, and killing too. Let me ask Oji Uzo, is it that you don't know that it was the military that attacked Osuhitokwa and burned down a Ekototo and shot at people, traders? Is it that Senator Oji Uzo did not hear that the militaries attacked Mbano and shot at people, chased people away from the villages? Now, I want to ask Nigerians and Senator Oji Uzo who are calling out Nnamdi Kanu and celebrating his conviction. Is it that you did not hear that somebody came out to take responsibility for what is happening in the East, the happenings in the East? Somebody came out to take responsibility in the person of Asari Dokubo. Why haven't any of these our leaders and politicians called him out for once? He alleged that he was contracted by the federal government. Asari his full name is Alhaji Mujahid Asari Dokubo, and he has militia. So you don't know that he is also a jihadist. He has army, according to him. What is he doing with his army? But an Nnamdi Kanu that set up a security outfit is an abomination to protect his people. But Asari Dokubo has a militia, an army, because he is a militant. Is it that Oji Uzo and the rest of Nigerians that are accusing this guy of terrorism? Unfortunately, everything that this guy said came to pass. He alleged that they are recruiting Boko Haram into the army to come and continue the jihad, that people should defend themselves. That was actually why he said, if the militaries attack you and kill you, attack them. If you can collect their weapon, collect, because he knew. We've had people from the north accuse the militaries of complicity. We've had people from the southeast accuse the militaries too. What he's saying is true. Now, let me ask Senator Oji Uzo, why did the federal government, after moving military to the southeast that was relatively peaceful, decided to move a security outfit, according to them, to the southeast without informing the southeastern? Why did they make it a secret? Why did they sneak in Alhaji Asari Dokubo? And then I'm going to ask Nigerians, and also Senator Oji Uzo, who is calculating the 30,000 people that died in the southeast. Is it that Senator Oji Uzo did not hear that Asari has come out in the television, which is gone, and said he is going to finish all the southeastern? Is it that Nigerians have not heard, or Senator Oji Uzo have not heard about it? I also want to ask again, is it that Nigerians did not hear when Asari was, when our president withdrew the payment to Asari for the security he said is guiding in the southeast, and Asari told him that, why did he treat him like that upon all they did for him? He said upon all the skulls and skeletons, they moved in trucks from southeast. He actually, this is also the same way Nnamdi Kanu also made his assertion, is the same way this guy is now taking responsibility for the action. Is it that Nigerians are not aware, or they did not hear? I really want to know on what basis are they accusing Nnamdi Kanu of terrorism. Now, let me ask Senator Oji Uzo, the federal government and other Nigerians, what kind of security will Asari recruit? Naturally, no responsible youth will take up job from Asari Dokubo. So naturally, we know the type of people they will recruit. Is it that Senator Oji Uzo and Nigerians cannot use ordinary sense to understand that within this period, Asari said he operated in the southeast, was when they broke jail? Now, how come that all the militaries and police could not be able to arrest over 2,000 inmates? They escaped. Where did they go to? Now, it is a well-known fact that the outfit Asari Dokubo used to operate in the southeast is the Ebobago. Now, is it that Oji Uzo did not hear that Ebobago were the ones that disarmed our local vigilantes that were guiding us? So, in case if you're a Nigerian, you've not heard, it was actually Ebobago, the outfit the federal government used in contracting Asari Dokubo, and they were the ones that disarmed our local vigilantes. And you remember when our federal government, former president, was hammering on disarming locals. So the jihad that took place in the southeast was well planned, well calculated, well planned, and well executed, putting IPOP at the center to blackmail them. So also to killing Nnamdi Kanu, who exposed all their plans, who was bold enough to expose their plans. So nobody is safe. If you are, I think before you jump out, and I believe that most of these are Yoruba brothers that are trolling. I really give it up for those patriotic Yoruba people that have risen, stood their ground, speaking up. I now realize that Yoruba nation has been conquered by Islam, because there are more. 70% of them are Muslim, 30 are Christian. So the only people that is remaining for them to conquer is the Middle Belt and the Midwest and Southeast. These are the people that are left for them to, conquer. Now, I now realize that there are different terrorists, just like they did in the Southeast. What they did in the Southeast, they created different group, the Omooma, the unknown gunmen, and the Bubago. These were the creation of the federal government and the state governors. Now, so that the Omooma, they created them and used them to carry out all these attack, so that they would say, oh, this is what IPOP is doing. Okay, and now Ebubago is now tackling them. Then the unknown gunmen are the ones they put in the bush to carry out kidnapping and what have you. The point is that when they bring this jihad to your place, they will kidnap you, collect ransom, use your ransom to fund their jihad agenda. So I believe that when they were forming APC, there is something about jihad agenda within the formation of this APC. And now the same thing, they created a lot of these jihadists and terrorists on our social media space to continue to use propaganda to confuse Nigerians. So I am telling well-meaning Nigerians that anybody that has come out to challenge Nnamdi Kanu, who opened our eyes today, he told us that the military has been compromised, which is true. We've seen it today. Everything he said is happening. And what he said is attack and defend yourself. That was what they used to charge him and jail him. So if this is it, Christians, no Christian is safe. So the earlier Christians start coming together, the earlier Christians start rising to work together to protect their faith, the better. Now, I think all Christians should challenge the church owners, because I'm beginning to know that there's a difference between church and Christianity. So many of our pastors from the Southwest are from Muslims. So I felt that most of them see church as something you can use to make money. You can't use a mosque or Muslim to make money. So, but it's easy for you to use a church to make money. So it is time the Christians among us who attend this church, to start holding our leaders accountable. Call them out. I think it is time we come together. Now, if someone like Pastor Adeboye and Enoch Adeboye can hold a 1 million march to unseat a fellow Christian president, to help unseat a sitting president, I think Redeemers, if you can challenge Pastor Adeboye to also, I'm sure if he calls all Christians to come out and march, we can have a 10 million march in Nigeria. And I'm sure the federal government will listen. We should march for the Hausa farmer that is jailed to death, that is sentenced to death for defending himself from an attack from a Fulani herdsman, and also to march against the life imprisonment of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who was in prison for also defending the Christian faith, also standing against the jihad. Now, if we can challenge our churches and they're not ready, I think it's time we stop going to church until they arise and start protecting their members. Thank you very much and have a nice day.